the Foundation, who's now throwing the tag team belts at the Neon Tiger.
Don't let Phil touch them. Come and sit down here.
Oh, it looks like, are we being joined here by Jack Garcia of the Foundation?
Graced by the presence.
Damn right. See, I thought I'd come on here and I thought I would sit here and tell you about why this right here, Barrett Byrne, Drogo Blood, are the future of FTW. And not even the future, we are the present. We are, without a doubt, the greatest faction wrestling's ever seen.
I couldn't agree more. I could not agree more.
Foundation have been the tag team champions for nearly a full year.
Well, that is exactly right, Gavin. That is down to the glow-up effect. You've got to look at it. They've come into the Foundation. Barrett Byrne has wrestled in multiple companies. He's been a Firestar. He's went there and dominated. He's went all the way. He's went to Zero Limits. We've got Drogo Blood holding tag team titles in another company as well.
We've just mentioned that.
Absolutely, and you should.
We did just mention that. What we will mention is some of the underhanded tactics that the Foundation have been using.
I can't believe that you're bringing this stuff up again, Gav.
Absolute slander.
You've got no way to start on. I don't know what you're talking about.
Just like on Catchphrase, I say what I see.
Well, I think you might need to get your eyes checked out, because we are without a doubt just playing the game in front of us. We are playing the hand we are dealt. This company's never been fair to these two lads, and they are doing what they need to do.
One could argue that this company has never seen anyone who's as underhanded as these two lads either.
How dare you, Gavin? How dare you?
The only person who cheats more on this lineup is probably Jessie Quinn, who hasn't graced us today.
What?
Listen.
How dare again? She is a princess.
Again with the slander. Gav, did you not learn from the last time when you got in the way of Jessie Quinn?
Well, to be fair, I did spend 5 days in hospital with a distended testicle last time I messed up with Jessie Quinn.
You
Exactly.
deserved that broken bollock, Gav. You deserved it.
And if you keep badmouthing, I'm sure I'll break the other one as well.
Well, I'll tell you what, let's get back to the action in the ring as Drogo Blood takes control of the arm of Will.
Wear that blood down.
We've been training Drogo every single day, getting around all of the hassle and the poor training done by his father. We have fixed this lad, and that's why longest reigning tag team champions of this country's history.
We've currently got blood on blood in the ring, and we wish good wishes to Thomas Blood, who I understand is in Italy recovering from a massive issue to his elbow.
Good riddance to Thomas Blood. I'm sick of him. He's overrated, and he's over there now. He can stay there as far as I'm concerned.
Maybe it's time for a new world champion in FTW. That's all I'm saying.
I absolutely dare you, Addy, to say that in front of the Ugansha.
I'm pretty sure I told him during the Rumble last week.
Beautiful.
Drogo Blood flattening Will. Flattening his brother. He had no problems choking out his mum, so I'm sure he's got no problems laying fists on his brother. That's a reversal by Will Blood, who picks him up.
That's a nice fireman's carry though.
Not good enough.
Dropping the slam.
Credit where credit is due. That was a lovely slam.
And we've got Jimmy here clapping like a seal on the ringside. I mean, what is he doing?
Oh, he's just got little balls, that's why.
Well, if your childhood hero is JJ Hall, you can't go by big holes, but here we go, climbing to the top of the ropes.
This is clearly
Tag made him to the top.
Where's the referee's count here?
To be fair, this referee is one of the most incompetent referees I've ever seen in my life.
I couldn't agree more, and that's another reason we slapped him up in the Rumble for getting in our way.
Well-deserved slap.
So you were smart.
Yes.
You stayed here and you knew that your place was not in the Rumble, unlike certain people at this desk.
I know. Some people can't help but stick their oar in.
Hey, do you know what? I tried, and I came into a 5-on-1 situation. And I'd like to think I got a lick in before I got a kick in.
After we'd wrestled most of the night, you were lucky to get one in.
I was only entrant number 13. That's not most of the night. It's not even halfway. But not that I expect a member of the Foundation to do something like mathematics.
Hey, we've done the mathematics. We'll count the days that we've held onto those belts.
I can do some quick mathematics for you. It's called the numbers game, and it's the thing the Foundation uses more than anything else.
If you don't mind, Gav, I'm just going to go do my business.
So he just went into the ring there, Gav.
But what he's doing now is throwing himself into the ring and taking out Will Blood on the side.
What?
Underhanded tactics once again by the Foundation.
He was here the whole time, Gav.
What are you talking about, Gav? I've never moved from this desk.
He has not moved.
Do you know what? I hope one of the cameramen caught that, guys.
I can't believe you're so biased.
And look at this. Will Blood just on the floor. Like, what does he do? Mr. Elite, he calls himself, and he's sat there on the floor pretending to be hurt.
Absolutely to be fair, he normally comes out with his soaring, so if he had his soaring on his way in, I'm sure he'd have the energy to be on his feet.
Well, do you know what that is? That's poor preparation for one of the biggest matches of your night.
Well, let's keep going on.
Very true, very true.
Barrett Byrne doing what he does best and just hammering the opponent into the corner there.
Absolutely quality from Barrett. He's one of the best that we've ever seen.
I'll tell you what I will give you. Do you think Barrett Byrne is one of the most improved people on this lineup then?
I think it's hard to say. I mean, Barrett definitely has come a long way, and that's obviously down to us. I mean, we've been with him day and night, training him. And, he's learning from great people like Ace Shield, who's recently just joined our group. And Barrett's coming a long way. He's got a long way to go. Very bright future.
I used to have real compassion and love for Ace Shields until he decided that the foundation was the way forward.
Hey, all I'm going to say about that guy was you were here from that last show. You seen what they did. Kids coming out of the crowd to slap him on the ring.
Disgusting.
The referee should have done something. Those kids should be on registers for being just criminals.
I've always said that.
Criminals.
Dirty biker urchins.
Exactly.
And a boot to the back of the head there. Drogo Blood as we take the match, back in. This is what we're supposed to be doing here. We've had enough of this loving for the foundation. Let's talk about the competitors in the match.
Absolutely.
Jimmy Hayes getting stamped on there by Drogo. The educated feet of Drogo Blood, Addy.
Not too educated there. They're just dirty, nasty stomps.
Damn right.
That's what you want. Keep them down. Beat them down. Get the win. That's what all that matters, Gav.
Now that's only a 1.5. It's not enough to put down Jimmy Hayes.
I will give these two credit, okay? They've got in here. They know full well they're going to get beat. They know they're in for a slapping, but they've turned up and they've put the effort in.
To be fair, this was actually supposed to be a 3-on-3 match, if I remember, but Ray Falcon got taken out in training.
Very mysterious injury from what I've been told.
I've been told he's only on one wing.
Well, you see these things, and no doubt we'll get the blame for it. We were all the way. We were clearly nowhere near this, and we're going to get blamed, and it's absolute slander.
Absolute slander. Well, it came from the mouth of Big Chris, so if you want to call the granddaddy of FTW a slander...
Let me tell you, I've wrestled that man, I've seen that man, and he is one of the biggest problems with this company. I've got no problem calling him out.
I do love the new haircut, though. He looks like Zangief.
It does. Hopefully he'll do a spin and pile driver later.
We'll see. Barrett Byrne into the cover. 1, 2.
Ooh, it's a close count.
It's not enough to put down Jimmy Hayes, though, Addy.
Well, I tell you what he is doing. Barrett Byrne doing exactly what we've always called him. Make your opponent exert as much effort as possible, forcing a kick out with there. He knows it's not going to get it done, but he's making Jimmy get tired.
You see, what I love about Barrett Byrne is when Barrett Byrne concentrates on what's going on in the match, he really is a solid performer. However, his heat's in the clouds so often recently. He takes so much time taking the piss out of the audience.
Oh, that's a nice clothesline, though. He's cut him down and he's prime there.
Well, this is what I'm saying. When he concentrates, he's a major competitor here in FTW.
Are you saying he doesn't concentrate all the time? Look at that. Look at those kicks going in on that lad.
Get him out of his own corner, Barrett. Come on, we've taught you better than this.
Yeah, go on, Will. Give him a slap, Will.
Hey,
that's what I would do as well, Gav. I would have slapped the taste out of his mouth.
Yeah, get him out of his own corner there, Barrett. Come on, we've taught you better than this. Exactly. Cut the ring in half.
Yeah, that's exactly what he's doing. Playing back into his corner.
Brilliant.
Looking for the tag, and in comes Blood.
Hopefully we'll see some deadly kicks here.
The educated feet of the foundation.
Oh, yes, that's beautiful.
Lovely pump kick straight into the stomach. That's definitely going to knock the wind out of Jimmy Hayes as he's rolled over and leant on that bottom rope.
And he's just working him on that bottom rope now.
Clearly.
Referee with a fault.
That referee needs to watch himself. That was clearly hands on the
leave Ref Owen along. It's bad enough that Addy takes the mick out of Ref Owen every time
Owen
round.
Cannot count to 3. I can guarantee it.
There should have been at least 2 or 3 counts in here. And all for the foundation, I would point out.
To be fair, you only need one to be able to win victory and keep a hold of the titles for the foundation here.
Well, that is very true, and we've done a very good job of that over the past year. Yeah, now for a year.
Easily.
You see, Drogo's not even looking at the competitor. He's literally doesn't have
to look at the competitor. Lets his feet hit the competitor and keeps him down.
But again, I will give these two credit. They're young guys. They've come in here. They've stepped up at the tag team champions. But much like everybody else, you look at the teams that have stepped up against these two lads. They've all been knocked out, and these two lads have been no exception.
Could these be potentially foundation members of the future?
Well, there's a long way to go before that. I tell you, there's a very thorough process we go through.
Jimmy Hayes knocking Blood off the ropes, and then Barrett Byrne tripping him up.
Oh, nice drop toe hold there.
Trying to get him into some sort of choke. Is that the bully choke? I can't quite see for referee Owen's backside there.
Referee Owen's backside looks massive there. 1, 2, told you, only counts to 2.
Yeah, Jimmy
Hayes. He failed basic maths.
Absolutely ridiculous, this. I mean, clearly the referee's just got no regard for our own eyesight there, pointing that at us. That's ridiculous.
Addy's always obsessed with the fact that he's Fahrenheit calm as well.
If that doesn't scream favouritism to me, I don't know what it is.
Do you know what it is? I'm glad there's somebody on this desk pointing that stuff.
It's about time someone did.
Exactly.
All I do is speak the truth. As Barrett Byrne in a lazy cover.
It's a lazy.
If Barrett Byrne hooks a leg after a manoeuvre like that, he might actually get a victory. But again, it's that little selfish spite out of Barrett Byrne. I think if he actually concentrated on what he was doing.
When you know you're that good, you can just do the bare minimum and still win.
I don't think it's good to tell Barrett Byrne that he's good. I think he needs to learn that he's good himself.
But he is, though, that's the thing. That is why Barrett and Drogo have held those belts for as long as they have.
The forever champs of FTW.
This is not going well here.
Insecurity.
Beautiful insecurity there by
Jimmy's
Jimmy.
showing a lot of fight here.
He's got little balls, but he's fighting back.
This is ridiculous.
Foundation are struggling here. Barrett Burns struggling to take a deep breath as Will Blood tries to get the crowd on his side, stamping his feet, trying to drag Jimmy Hayes into the corner.
The referee just needs to count Jimmy out. He's fought well, he's fought hard, but this is...
There's the tag, and Will Blood gets into the match. Beautiful
Will
shoulder
Blood's
tackle.
a house of fire there. But he's going to get cut down right now.
Blood on blood.
Oh, no.
Lovely shotgun drop click
Surely
there.
not.
Barrett Burns back to his feet.
Let me tell you, I've fought Will Blood, and he's got some heart in him. I've fought Mr. Elite, and I'm telling you now, he'll not go down easily, but these two lads will put him away.
Elite spinebuster there with a 1, 2,
That's well done from Drogo.
and the
Great
brother
ring
kicks him in the head to keep the title belts on the shoulders of the Foundation.
And that's where they're going to stay, Gav.
Absolutely, and they certainly will. I've got no doubts that Drogo and Barrett will get the job done.
So, do you think the Foundation have got a better chance in this 2-on-2 situation, or is it having the man to my right, Mr. Garcia here, another advantage for them?
I don't know what you're talking about, Gar. I'm simply here to call it as I see it. I've not got any fight in this. I'm simply here to do my job.
Jack Garcia spreads nothing but the truth.
Jack Garcia is trying to tell me that he doesn't have a horse in the race when the Foundation are
There's
winning.
no horses in this race at all.
I don't
It's
need
not
to have
even a
horse in this
race.
race. It's called absolute faith and trust. That's what it is, Gav.
To be fair,
Slaps.
laying in those chops.
Oh my God, he's got to be bleeding from his little titties there.
Well, Blood, look, you've done well. You've fought hard, but now it's time to call it quits.
Just lie down, take the pin, go home. At least you'd be fit and well and able to wrestle again.
Mr. Garcia, can you give me any insight into the face paint on Mr. Blood this time out? He looks like he's doing a Harry Potter thing.
I'd love to, but I'm having a bit of technical difficulties. I need to just quickly go speak to Barrett.
I'll have a look at this. I'll have a look at the things down here.
He's actually left the desk. Jack Garcia
He
has
has
jumped
not
up.
gets that left the desk, you know.
He has. He's died straight out there, and it looks like he's given some advice to Jack Garcia. He's trying to put some sort of...
No.
Either way, back in the ring, blood on blood, lovely hip toss as Drogo goes flying. Will Blood, Mr. Elite in the cover, 1, 2, not enough to put down his brother Eddie.
You can't pin him like that. That's a lackluster cover from a lackluster brother.
Gotta love the alliteration as he lays the knee in. That wasn't lackluster. Off the ropes, off the other side. Oh, he looks like he's been caught. He's hung up there on the ropes as Jack Garcia distracts the referee.
Kicks to the back. That's lovely maneuver.
Yet again, Garcia causing the distraction.
There was no...
As Will Blood gets taken down.
What's he talking about? I've never seen anything.
Jimmy
Nothing.
Hayes.
I simply went over there to just tell Barrett that he's absolutely fantastic, and here I am being abused by
And
Jimmy.
it's well warranted as well. He is fantastic.
Certainly is.
To be fair, it doesn't take a lot to distract this referee.
No.
I like to,
I saw him staring at a shiny spoon earlier.
Well, he is dressed like a magpie, and he does like the shinier.
Yeah, he does.
He certainly does, and I'll tell you what else we like. Who else likes the shiny? The Foundation with those belts. I'm telling you now.
Absolutely.
Well done there. I love a wordplay. Right, Jimmy Hayes is chanting in the corner, trying to get Will Blood back onto his side as the Foundation lay in.
I think this is all over. Look at him. He wants to. He's screaming. Just pin me now.
Look, I said it before and I'll say it again. The lads have fought well. They've really put the effort in. They've done what they can, but it's time to call it quits. Hey,
That's 2 on 1.
Jimmy Hayes laying into him.
There's the count. Look again with this. Where's the count?
Barrett Burn looks out of it. One across the back.
Hey.
Will Blood flying in. Jimmy Hayes now.
Yet again, FTW trying to screw us.
Incompetent refereeing yet again.
Jimmy Hayes.
Excellent counter from Barrett.
Kick him in the head.
That is a nasty kick to the face there. Barrett Burn pushing ref Owen in. And now all the feet being laid in.
That Will Blood needs to learn his place. He's just getting involved in this match. He's got no right to do so.
He's a silly lad.
Referee Owen needs to pay attention to he needs to pay attention to what's going on all the way around him.
I told you he's lost in the lights, man.
I'm glad that you're seeing this guy. Will Blood constantly has been a nuisance in this match, getting involved when he's not meant to.
Coming in where he's not wanted. And that was a blatant illegal double team right there.
I hear Mr. Elite actually had 3 Weetabix this morning to try and make himself get through this match, Addy.
Really? He'll be having a big shite later then.
He should have had 4, I'll tell you that much. Excellent from Barrett.
Double
Excellent.
axe handle to the face.
He's taking none of this.
That's so vicious.
That's skin on skin contact there. Whoa, Will Blood on the top.
Well, this is ridiculous.
Oh, referee! Is that the maneuver?
He's not even a legal man.
Is that the same maneuver that actually concussed Drogo Blood in the Rumble?
Listen, mistakes happen, okay? Drogo got himself caught out and he paid the price, but you know what it is? He's a tough kid and he's ready to be here, defend and get some revenge on his brother, I'll tell you that.
Bit of blood on blood violence here at FTW.
And I'll tell you now, it's warranted.
Oh, laying the fists in is Jimmy Hayes. Little Balls Hall.
I'll say this, he's got a hell of a hit on him, that kid. But it will not be enough to put Drogo down, I'll tell you now.
Did you know that he spent a third of his life training as a wrestler?
He should have spent longer.
Jimmy Hayes and Will Blood seems to be there's a little bit of dissent between the tag team there.
I don't think so.
Oh, no, there we go. Nice clean tag.
And I think that was a tap out from Jimmy Hayes there. Just patting Drogo on the back, clearly saying he's had enough.
I'm not surprised. Have you seen the red? The red marks on Jimmy's back from those slaps from Barrett Byrne earlier?
They're called welt scarf.
And this is what we need to do. This is what we've told the guys. This is what we've said since day one. You capitalize on mistakes. You put the competition away.
Turn out the lights.
And this is it. 1, 2,
The party is over. Thank you very much.
I'll tell you something. It was a pleasure contemplating again how long these guys are going to be tag team champions. I'd like you guys to think on that while I'm gone.
Thank you very much, Jack Garcia, for joining us.
It's about time that we had some